Portland Film Beat. I'm Dave Poland, and my guest tonight is the owner and inventor of the KISS Poker Cube. He's been on TNT's Leverage seasons 1 through 5, NBC's Grimm seasons 1 and 2. He's executive producer of PDX Live, executive producer of Animal House of Blues. He's a theatrical television actor for TBN International, which is broadcast in 26 languages. I want to welcome Rocky Manos.
Hey, nice to see you, Dave.
How you doing, man? So where did you get your training?
Let's see. When I first started, I guess it was way back in high school. You know, I was freshman class president, sophomore class president, and the junior class president at Gresham Union High School right here in Gresham. And the neat thing about that is that, you know, you had to be in front of a podium a lot. Okay. So I got into, you know, a little bit of theater. I mean, you know, high school kind of stuff. And then off to college at Heritage College, where I have my master's. And we, the thing there is that for all 4 years that I was there, I was the ASB president. So I had a lot of stuff in front of a podium.
ASB as in?
Associated Student Body.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for the whole student body. And then from there, well, actually prior to that, back in 1979, I went to Cornish. We not only studied, I studied mostly media production, and then I went to Innemans just after that, and that was more theater study and acting. It was a great time in my life.
So that's when you first got interested in media then, is back in college, I take it?
Actually, it was just prior to college, in fact. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What years were you in Vietnam?
I was actually there at the latter part in 1975. Actually, my feet left the dirt April 18th, 1975.
And that so you went to college and started into this actually after you came back from Vietnam?
That's correct.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So what is your current project?
My current project right now is PDX Live.
Right. We're going to talk a lot about that.
I hope so,
Okay.
because we're really excited about it. I mean, my staff, my crew, all the talent that we have here in Portland is excited about it.
That's the unique thing about it is, tell everybody, it's all Portland actors, writers,
that's right.
everything.
Everything's Portland.
Good.
From the actors, all the writers, I mean, everybody, the crew. Editors is all done right here in the Portland area. And what's also really nice is that our sponsors are also Oregon-based or Oregon-rooted sponsors.
Nice, very good, very good. What are a few things you learned while you were doing this project?
I think the biggest things that I really learned was how much talent's here. I mean, there's such an abundance of talent here. It's just wild and crazy, and I love it. And that's what PDX Live is really about, is, you know, we want to be a springboard. We don't just want to bring somebody in. What we want to do is we want to be a springboard for that talent so they can go on to bigger and better things.
Good.
Okay? Let's see.
Are there any network interest? Is there any network interest
actually,
in the project?
Yeah, what was really exciting, you know, a project like this doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people don't realize that. Okay?
I'm sure. No, I know it because I've been talking to you for like a year about it at least.
Yes, we have. In fact, you were there at our initial editions, okay?
What projects, how does this project, PDX Live, how is it going to help vets?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the network thing. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. I just kind of had a brain fart there.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, it took us about 11 months to get through the doors of Fox.
Okay.
Okay.
You did get into Fox, not
Yes.
executive.
In fact, Patrick McCreary, when we finally came back about 9 months later, we actually let the show speak for itself.
Okay.
Okay. He laughed his butt off.
Okay, great.
I mean, through the whole thing.
They're going to see a clip from it. So
are we? Okay, great.
We're show clip here.
Great. And so, you know, then, you know, Patrick, in fact, we were just talking a week and a half ago, and they put us in the fall schedule.
Cool.
So we're in the fall lineup for Fox. And then
Is that going to be local or?
actually, it's going to be local to begin with.
Okay.
Okay. Because we also have been approached by a large national network
Okay.
for the show, which is really kind of cool.
So, okay, so let's get into how is this project, PDX Live, going to benefit vets? Because I know you have a big heart for vets.
Well, I do, and because I am a vet. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a lot of brothers and sisters out there. What we're doing with veterans right now is we've got two 501c3 corporations that we're putting into effect. Right now, we're just waiting for IRS approval on those. Okay, and one is our housing opportunities, which empowering everyone, which is our HOPE program. That's a transitional housing program for veterans and their families, and also, you know, taking care of special needs of veterans and their families. And that, you know, through grants through the VA and stuff like that we're looking forward to, we'll be able to go ahead and house these people, you know, all these vets and their families, or
Nice.
actually get them help, so they can get it back up on their feet. The program lasts for about a year if they're staying in the facility, which is an apartment complex that we're looking at right now. And then what PDX Live does is comes underneath that. We have PDX Live, which is also, we have the show named PDX Live, but we also have 501c3, which is being approved by the IRS right now, which brings veterans into filmmaking. And
So you're going to train them to be crew, actors, directors, everything. Is that right?
That's right.
Good. Wow, what a great project that is.
Yeah.
So the Portland benefits, the vets in Portland benefit, and I'm really excited about that. So how much were you involved in making PDX Live? You were the producer. Did you?
I'm the creator.
The creator. Did you do auditioning?
Yeah,
Did you?
went
Were you
through
on the
auditions.
crew, or did you kind of let a lot of the talent do all that for you?
Well, you know, you have to trust in the people that you hire to do those jobs.
There you go.
You can't go in there
Good job.
and step on their toes or anything like that. You let them do their jobs. And then by the time it gets to the editing phase, then yeah, of course I step in and, you know, I make a few decisions here and there, but I still allow my editor and my director and my producer make a lot of those decisions.
A gentleman I had on just about 2 weeks ago.
Todd
was the
Robinson.
director, right? Todd Robinson was the director of PDX
Yeah.
Live, and he was on just a couple of weeks ago. And that's
Well,
exciting.
Todd and I are old poker buddies.
Oh, is that right?
Okay, so yeah, and we've been through a lot together.
Oh, okay. Well, since you mentioned poker, Rocky created what's called the KISS Poker Cube, which is allowed on poker tables for
As a card marker.
As a card marker, but trust me, I've seen him and he explained it to me, but I don't quite understand it completely.
Yes, you do.
It can help you win games, that's for sure, because it's helped you win games, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Right. So Rocky studied math. He has a master's in mathematics, and we were talking about one time, and he says we were talking about the numbers, and he sees them 3 dimensions. Well, it's not because he's smart, I'll tell you that much. No, he's got something else going on.
because I follow my own rules, and actually it's an algorithm.
He is smart.
Yeah.
So, what was your least favorite part of making PDX Live?
My least favorite part, wow. My least favorite part of making PDX Live is, you know, having to let go people that didn't have the same vision I had.
Okay.
They wanted to, we're a good, clean, wholesome, okay,
Right.
family entertainment.
Okay.
Even though we're going to be shown later in the evening, right around 10 o'clock.
Right.
But it'll probably be on a Sunday.
So your vision didn't match theirs.
You're
But
right.
you know what? We all have different values. It doesn't mean theirs are good or bad.
No,
it's just
that's
different,
right.
and it
That's
didn't
right.
fit what you see, saw for your
For the show.
project. And
yeah.
so, and how many times you were on Grimm?
Let's see, Grimm. Well, the first two seasons.
Because
I
you
was
were a cop
Grimm.
on it almost
Yeah,
always,
I was
right?
almost every single time, except in season 2, episode 5, I actually morphed. And
To a cop?
no, actually into a sheep. Bah, bah. No,
All right.
it was called The Good Shepherd, and it was a fun episode. What we're waiting for right now is for my character to actually be brought back next season.
Oh, okay, because they didn't really see you because you were a sheep. You get to come back.
Well, because they saw, everybody that I know that watched the show, they always saw him as cop, 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 cop. Then all of a sudden,
Sheep.
I'm a sheep chasing Silas down through a church. So, so they had to
That was a strange
rethink that one.
because he broke his leg or arm. Or something?
Yeah, he broke.
You're so brutal.
No, I felt sorry for him.
I'm sure.
We in that episode, he was in so much pain. We were trying to get, and it was a 14.5-hour day that day.
Yeah.
A real long day. And after we had eaten dinner, we were away from the background actors and stuff like that. Okay, and he's holding his arm, rolling on the floor. I mean, he's just in so much flipping pain. I couldn't believe it.
You got a broken arm. It hurt. And broken anything hurt.
Well, yeah. I mean, look how many accidents actually happened, in Grimm in the last 3 seasons.
Right.
Broken legs.
So, what was your favorite moment then on Leverage?
I think my favorite. Well, we had a. It was. Let's see. There's 3 people on the cast and crew that were having a birthday, and it was at Duke's.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't on set. The fun stuff on set is when you're watching the show and you see me behind the main actors, and then I'm walking in the same direction. Then about a second and a half, you see me walking in the same direction. I mean, there were some editing problems going on there, and it was funny.
No, but you know what? They're paying attention to the front actors, the background actors. We're not really paying that much attention to.
That's right. That's right.
But if we were, we'd go continuity.
What happened there?
So, what do you prefer? Acting? You don't do a lot of directing, but you do a lot of producing. Acting or producing?
Executive producing, I do a lot of.
Right.
Not line producing. It's something that, I'm getting. There was some of that stuff back in the day.
Right.
And same with the acting. Don't get me wrong, I love them both, okay?
Right.
Behind the camera or in front of the camera, doesn't matter. It's all good, okay? But what I'm finding here in Portland, and it's my goal to get everybody, as many people as I can, working. It doesn't matter if it's on my project or somebody else's project.
Right.
In fact, that's why I'm really, really proud of my wife, Shelley, is that we joke about it, she's a Facebook queen, okay?
She promotes a lot of things.
Yes, she does.
She's really good at it.
Yes.
She's very gracious about that.
And
I appreciate her help.
Oh, she's gotten a lot of people. She's helped a lot of people.
Oh, she
In
helped.
fact,
Well, actually, I had to call her and ask her how to do things. I was like, Shelley, you got to help me here, and she did.
I know it.
She was wonderful, and she promotes my show on there all the time, which is great. So.
And then we're also right in the middle of a thing with Disney right now, with Portland Film Actors Studio.
Oh, is that right?
And
Yeah.
the background voices for a cartoon for Disney right now. So we've got a lot of things going on, and they're all fun things,
Right.
And we're involving not only my cast and the crew, but everybody in the community.
What I liked about what Rocky did on PDX Live is he actually paid everyone.
Yes.
And there's a lot of films, a lot of projects being made here, and bless them for getting them done and made. The one problem most of them have is funding.
Yes.
And Rocky went out and worked really hard to get sponsors so he could pay his writers, his director, and his actors. And they got paid for the work, even if that show doesn't get picked up. But it sounds like it is, which is great.
Well,
but they got paid.
Yes.
Which is, bless you for doing that, man. That's a lot of hard work.
It is a lot of hard work. And, and the work doesn't stop there.
Oh,
a lot of people
it's
don't.
probably about, what, 20% done?
That's 20% of the task right there, Then there's the other 80%, getting it to a station.
Getting them to like it. Pitching it correctly.
Pitching it correctly. Making sure that the sponsors are being shown in the right image, as it relates to the show. Right. Either in one of the gags or skits, or...
So you had sponsors, getting back to the vision you had, you may not have gotten the sponsors you wanted if you would have allowed some things in there that weren't quite what your vision was.
Right. I think it could have got taken off kilt, okay? And that's what I set up to begin with, was this is the way it's going to be, and it's not going to change.
Good for you.
Thank you.
What is your favorite film?
Oh, so many of them. But I really like, Dances with Wolves, The Postman.
You have to like Animal House.
Oh, I love Animal House.
Because you made Animal House. He made actually a film about Animal House called Animal House of Blues.
And Animal House of Blues is actually about how a small town here in Oregon saved a blockbuster movie, which was Animal House, and that's what that's what Animal House of Blues is about, and the people involved.
Okay, what kind of inspiration have you drawn from these films? Well, you must have got a huge inspiration from Animal House, because you went ahead and actually did a whole thing about Animal House of Blues on that.
Well, that was one of my that was Catherine Wilson's dream. Okay, she was the original casting director on Animal House. Okay, and it's something she had been wanting to do for almost 30 some years.
Wow.
Okay, so we originally approached it as a student film project at University of Oregon.
Isn't that where they shot the original?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah, within the well, there are like 2 or 3 different little towns.
Right down in the Eugene area.
Yeah, Eugene area. So that was our goal. Was in that to go ahead and bring it from a student film, okay, into the arena of being sold.
Okay.
Okay, so that stipends would be paid back to the students. When the films got paid, they got paid, and everybody got paid. That was our goal of that show too.
So you keep bringing up pay, and I like it, because you want to see not only all these actors working, but you'd like to see them getting paid, and writers getting paid for the work that they're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's probably.
And getting vets jobs where they're paid.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to say. When it comes to the vets, when it comes to our community, and it is our community. I mean, we have a tight little community here.
Sure.
Nothing goes on that nobody else
We know about it.
that we know about. Okay, which is really neat. But the bottom line, 90% of them have families,
Right.
okay, that they have to support. Okay, so I have to do everything I can to make
try and
that
help them.
happen.
Right.
Okay.
Is there a common type of film genre that you relate to more? Is it comedy, or is you like the thrillers? Rocky and I have done a couple of scenes together.
Yes, we have.
And actually, we're never nice guys in them, and we laugh
Actually,
together
we're
a
always
lot.
bad guys.
We're always
or
bad guys.
Assassins.
Assassins or something. We're going to kill somebody. If we're in the movie, somebody's dying.
Yes, that's true. And that's one thing I really appreciated about Randall Paul.
Right, in the Film Actors Studio. It was great.
Portland Film Actors
We had a lot of
Studio.
fun there.
We had so much fun, and a lot of people got a lot out of it.
Oh, I did.
I know I did too.
Anyway, back to that question. I
Okay.
interrupted. Is there a common film genre that you relate to more?
Let's see. Yeah, I really like historical films. Okay,
Good.
I like comedies. I don't get into the blood and gore all over the floor and me without a spoon type of thing. Okay, and that's one of the things I also set up when I set up PDX Live. I want to keep that comedy genre there.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, historical stuff, comedies, and futuristic type of things that actually could happen.
Okay, yeah. That's excellent. What director would you like to work with? I'm talking local too.
Well,
Local,
actually,
and then an A-list Hollywood type.
When I was down south, okay, it was like we were treated like a second-class person, no matter what it seemed like that.
Okay.
And it was hurtful.
It is.
It is.
I've felt it at a job once.
And so, my A-list directors are, like Dean Devlin and Todd Robinson, and the people that they're here. They're actually building the community.
Okay. Well, good for you.
Well, thank you.
What A-list actor and actress would you like to work with?
Well, again, I've got to go ahead and point back here to Portland.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, Brooke Todman. I mean, she's the funniest gal I ever met in my life.
Okay.
We've worked together. Actually, I'm going to try to get her on the show because I think she's brilliant. Okay. There's Todd. He's fun to work with.
Mm-hmm.
You were great to work with. We had lots of fun.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
you know, we may have been serious on the camera, but we were laughing our butts
They
off.
should have recorded this when we were out together. We haven't laughed and we can kind of get going together. It's kind of frightening in a way, actually.
Yeah, it
You should be
was.
careful. What do you consider the elements of a good film and then the elements of a great film?
I
There is a difference.
Yes, there is. And you know, when it comes to a good film is missing one piece. Okay. And it's one of the pieces that I think I'm going to go ahead and mention real quick. One that I think the most important part is your cast and your crew need to be happy. Okay.
Long days. They should.
Long days.
And one person can be a very disruptive force.
Yes, it can. It can put you so far behind schedule, and you know, then there's animosity and things going on like that. The next thing is you know, the script's got to be tight. It's you know, and it's got to follow a demographic that it's pointed at. You know, it can't be shot out there as, you know, like a shotgun. Okay.
Throw against the wall and see what sticks.
See what
type of
sticks.
thing. You're right. You're trying to
Okay.
go for. Okay, good.
And the other thing is that whoever's you know, EPing it or executive producing it or producers and the directors, you have to be able to take that storyline and make sure that everybody's feeling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, any advice for someone trying to get a film made?
Oh, first thing would be find what your demographics are.
Good to
Okay.
go. Mhm.
Okay.
A good script?
Good script.
Good crew.
Then on top of that, you want to go ahead and make sure that you get the right backers.
Okay.
That the people that you're getting back the film, okay, are interested in that genre. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. And then from there, making sure that everybody again gets paid. Not
Very good.
only the cast and the crew, but your investors.
That'd be
And
nice.
you got to make sure the sponsors are taken care of too, or else you're not coming back and nobody's going to look at you again.
Where do you hope to see yourself in like 5 years?
In 5 years, well, that'll be 20 seasons of PDX Live. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So I want to be the Lorne Michaels of Portland.
That's a great thing. So we're getting near the end of our time here, and I want to thank Rocky for joining us. And before we go, we're going to watch a little bit of PDX Live. So stay tuned.
Mountain View and the green, green trees. Meet me down where the rivers meet. We don't let the rain bring us down. We skip on through because we love this town. Sit up Portland, Portland. Skate parks, strip clubs, it can't be beat. And the wackiest people that you'll ever meet. Portland, oh, I want you in my dreams. PDX Live, I want you on my screen.
Come on in. Whew, it's been a long day. And we already talked to Tommy, so what is happening?
He's got his handcuff caught on the door here.
Why is he in the cuffs?
But because he was trying to eat a donut, and with them both on, he looked ridiculous when he tried to eat the donut.
Put
like
his
this.
hands in the handcuffs and put him in the chair.
Yeah.
Now listen, I want to help you, but I can't help you unless you're honest with me. So what is happening?
I don't know. I really tried, and this is what happened. It's very confusing.
Just, please, just...
Oh, wow.
How hard is that?
It looks not hard, but then when you get in there, it's just...
What is on your hands?
Oh, he didn't want to do the fingerprints, so I did it for him.
Listen, we know you were involved, because there is a mountain of evidence out from under which you will never get.
That was awkward.
But we know there was a third person. You, Tommy, and who else? Listen, I don't want you to spend any more time in jail than you absolutely have to. So, are you kidding me?
No, I am not.
Turn that off.
All right. But I don't think this is going to be as effective.
Put it down. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Just tell me who you and Tommy were working with, so I can get you home.
I tell you and I stay out of jail.
I'll do everything that I can.
All right. It was
Whoa! I would not tell him.
What?
You really shouldn't answer any of our questions until you have a lawyer here.
What are you doing?
That's just common sense.
Stop.
What?
Please, will
I'm
you
just
stop
helping.
it?
I'm
Stop
just trying
this.
to
Whatever
help
this
you.
is, you
Don't
stop
talk
it.
to me like that in front of the
I
accused.
think he's right. I want a lawyer.
Look, Tommy turned on you, and we have your prints all over this gun.
That's right. This gun right here.
Your prints.
Oh, sorry.
You're wiping his prints off.
Oh, right. Will you hold this?
No.
He's good.
Well, anyway, we've got this letter in your handwriting detailing your plan. Tell me who you were working with, or you are going away for a long time.
That's right. Your freedom is going up in smoke. Just like this.
What are you doing?
What? That wasn't a copy?
No, that wasn't the copy. That was the thing. That was. Come with me.
We'll be right back. Could we get you anything? Do you need like a soda? Maybe we have some bear claws, I think. It's...
You are horrible. Horrible.
That was awesome. Spencer Conway and Darius Pierce. I think Spencer should be the next Superman. And Darius should definitely be...
Don't forget Leaf.
There you go, Leaf. Yeah, Leaf was great,
Leaf was-
too. Anyway, I want to thank Ellery, my director. He did a great job. I want to thank the producer, Carol. And Rocky, I want to thank you for being here tonight. It's
Thank you,
been a
Dave.
certain pleasure, my friend. Talk
Same
to-
here, Dave.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.